What's up, guys? Does this look different? So, if you haven't figured out what I've done yet, I have traded my 87 first generation Toyota 4Runner for this 1979 first generation Toyota pickup. But this thing's far from stock, and this thing is a beast. Let me show you what I got. Okay guys, so I'm going to start at the front and work my way to the back, telling you what all I see that this thing needs and what all I know has been done to it. So, if you can't tell, it does have a exo cage on it. It has seen its fair share of hard hits, obviously. This is a used trail rig, not a new one. So, I do see a couple things on it that need fixed, like this bar here. I don't know if you can see that, but it is all crinkled in because this bumper right here has met something pretty hard. It has been shoved in. This tire rubs on this bumper at ride height right now, so I need to push that back out before I can go wheeling. I'm hoping it's just bad gas is the reason this thing doesn't really want to stay running. It will, but it doesn't like to. So I'm going to give it a tune-up, new air filter, oil change, all that jazz, and then hopefully it runs a lot better. Has a light bar on the hood, an 8,000 pound winch in the front with synthetic rope line, but this is a Toyota, so obviously I don't even need the winch. That is just for pulling the Jeeps to get stuck out. It did have rock lights on the front. Those have been smashed in. It does still have rock lights on the back, so I will be not right now, but in the future I will be swapping those out, probably for LEDs. I do believe it has Toyota rear leaf springs in the front with new Bilstein shocks. I think that's high steer. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not the most mechanically inclined redneck on the planet. I apologize. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but the reservoir for the power steering pump leaks very badly, so I need to swap that out. And then I think that's all I really need to do before I could go wheeling. Just push that bumper back out so the tire doesn't rub, do a tune-up so this thing runs better, and fix that power steering reservoir so it stops leaking, and we should be good to go wheeling on the 29th of February. I plan on going to the Athens County Crawler open event that they're having down there. It'll be my first ride in this thing. I can't wait to see what it can do. Moving forward to the inside, it has trail rash, so the fender hits the door. That's why it pops. Don't pay any attention to that. I don't think I mentioned it, but I want to clean up the wiring under the hood, and then there's also wiring in here I want to clean up. That's most likely due to my Sparky instincts, because I'm an electrician. Emphasis on Sparky off-road. But it does have Mac tool gauges, Mac tachometer, temperature gauge, oil pressure, voltmeter. This green switch here turns on the normal headlights. Those do work. Let me show you that. I don't think the high beam low beam works, considering the switch isn't really hooked up. The only thing it does is turn on the interior lights and a few of the gauge lights back here, because I'm not sure if any of these gauges work besides the speedometer, but lights those up. These ones do not light up, which is something I want to fix. I want to make them light up. Then this switch here turns on the light bar. So I'm assuming this switch is the high-low switch. High beam, low beam, high beam, low beam. This switch here operated the rock lights that are now smashed. So once I put new lights on, I will fix that toggle switch. Until then, I'm just going to roll with the broken switch so that way I don't turn them on and fry anything. This thing does have dual transfer cases. Let me curl my fat ass up in here. Okay. So from my understanding, that is two-wheel drive high, like you would normally put your truck in to drive to work every day. Then there would be four-wheel drive high. Then pushing this forward would put me in like regular four-wheel drive low, like your normal Toyota truck would have. Then crawler gear, just like that, and then you crawl up mountains and shit. Excuse the mess in here. I'm cleaning up stuff the previous owner left. It does have a 5-point harness on that side and a 4-point harness on this side. I just have that harness put behind the seat because it's uncomfortable to sit on. It also has the seat belts, which are just fine for me. That's basically everything in here, I do believe. So we will move on further back. So then we get to the back. It does have a truggy like cage setup going on here. It's got a flat bed with a toolbox. I like that there's still a little bit of bed left. I like that they incorporated that instead of just making it a rail buggy in the back. Excuse me. It has Ford F-150 leaf springs in the rear. New Bilstein shocks, just like in the front. You can't really see it, but this bar right here is the low range off-road shock mount bar thing. So that's where that goes. It does have the factory fuel tank for the moment, but this is kind of a pain in the ass to get to. I might put a fuel cell underneath the toolbox with the neck coming out in front of it, like right here. That way it's easier to fill up, because right now it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think that's basically everything. So if you want to see more of this truck, you want to see the videos of it wheeling, videos of me working on it, hit that subscribe button for me. I greatly appreciate it. If you liked this video, feel free to hit that like button for me too. Turn the headlights off. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. Crawl on. Okay, so I did me some cutting on this side, and I put in some tap cons to, or not tap cons, but pan heads to hold the fender together still. So this door can now be opened. And another thing, when I first got it, the door handles didn't work, so I put some white lithium grease in the handles and on the latch. So now that works. This other side, over here, I couldn't really get in it to cut it. I think, yeah, you can see it. This bar got pushed back when that all pushed back. So since I couldn't get in there to cut it, this side got the sledgehammer treatment. But now both doors open and close.